Good evening, and welcome to another Nightfall in Amsterdam. In this scene, we shall see the world of darkness through the eyes of the werewolves as they congregate around random tree stump number 13. Ta-da-da.
I'm just saying. Look, if we got Rock'em Sock'em Robots, I would totally use that as my challenge device if somebody challenged me to Gamecraft. Because who doesn't like winning at Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
I have a feeling you would break the Rock'em Sock'em.
Hey, I'm not that
Rock'em
mad.
sock'em what?
Okay, so you know how you know what a joystick is, right? Like for a plane?
Um, One of those stick thingies on a video game.
Yeah, but it's got a button at the end of it. So imagine there's two of them, and he kind of puts his hands together, like show off if he was holding two of them. So each player gets on either side of a little boxing ring thing and has these controllers to be able to move this little robot man around. And each of the buttons makes the robot punch. And the objective is to punch in the right way to cause the other robot's head to fly off. It's great fun.
I can see that. I can see that.
Look, I had enough punch face for the week, okay?
This is something I am glad to hear because my face does not need to be punched.
I mean, I wasn't planning on being able to punch. It just kind of happened.
You were lucky I was there.
I mean, she would have healed, but yeah. That could have been a
That
hard
bad,
thing to
huh?
I for sure broke her nose, and I know I broke some ribs, and I knocked her out.
And this isn't a sparring match?
Yep,
And
just
he,
punching.
and I walked in, found out he got scared, and she was unconscious.
Yeah, I didn't mean to
In all
hit her that
fairness,
hard.
though, I mean, in all fairness, though, and she kind of like points at, she like gestures a hand towards Willow and like raises it up and down, like, look at Willow.
We were in the war
Big dude.
farm.
Grit. She's like, all right, another point there. Brick shit house. She points at
Hey,
Willow again.
Runa's no slouch.
And Runa. I didn't say that she was.
Uh,
But I mean, you're massive.
yeah, but it's still kind of awkward. I mean, no offense, and I really mean no offense to any of her pack, but they seem like they run a little hot. And well, how do you think? Oh, I don't know.
It's definitely a hot scenario. Um,
What do you think would happen if I walked up to your cousin's little abode carrying a knock the fuck out Runa?
You would be threatened to throat it without a watertight excuse.
It wouldn't be pretty.
In all fairness, conclusions may have been jumped to, but
Yeah, and from my understanding, their pack beta really don't like people like me. So if that had been the one that had been there, I'd probably be walking around with a few scars.
Scars are a good thing, oui? No? I have this scar right here, and she pulls up her shirt and points to a scar across a scar across her belly.
Scars
Oh,
tell their own stories.
yeah, I don't have any yet.
Abby pulls out a knife. This one was made with this dagger. Oh, the fellow cut right in with it. Oh, so horrible.
Out of characters that look like a silver dagger.
There might be some silver about it.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of takes a step back and puts two fingers on. That's okay. You can hold that like that the way you are right now. If I do it, it's going to burn the same way as if you were in the war form.
It is okay. I had it very easy. I was only half cut open. Eric and Bosco, they were nearly completely cut open.
Yeah, no,
They
no.
were.
All the more reason I need to learn Mother's Touch.
They could tell you about a different fight I was in.
Outside of
Zappy
sparring with me,
balls?
a little, I've never seen you fight, Veronica.
Air has with a silver fang that tried to jump me.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got some zappy, dusty balls now.
Just
Or he
awkward
would if he were
coughing.
alive.
Just awkward coughing.
There are some
She
trinkets
kicked
and
his
jewels
ass.
he'll never. There are some
then
trinkets
some.
and jewels he would never be able to hand to his tribe. I believe they're better off.
I look, mine may not work, but I still don't want that to happen. Ow!
Having parts at work is not necessarily a good thing, so you're probably better off.
I mean, it's not like I can't have kids anyway, but still. And he just kind of says
I
that straight
mean,
faced.
oh,
It saves you some worries in life, while others wait for your worms to burrow through information to know for
Speak.
certain.
Speaking of children, guess who got a blessing from Belton?
You did?
say it sure as shit wasn't me because I know I didn't get lucky.
Should we be congratulating you?
Probably when I get the baby.
Well, okay then.
Congratulations.
mean, yeah.
There's kind of a
All
just
your
like
busy work paid off.
there's kind of a shaking of the head, but it's not like an upset thing at all. It's it's very much like this if it was shaking. Eh, 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 eh. But that grin. Was it the one I met on Beltane?
Yes.
Okay.
I would assume it was homemade.
Well, I don't know these things. I don't know if she has more than one. I mean,
Oh my.
back home there were people that were kind of free about it.
We can see how that turned out, we?
Well, I mean, it turned out pretty good for me because I got a dad out of it, but still.
Abby looks slightly confused.
What's wrong?
Right? Like,
I went on the sept and afterwards I got my dad.
Oh.
So you're adopted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, humans would say adopted. The
oh,
spirits would say he's my dad.
How does that work?
Oh, you guys have never heard of it. So it's kind of like I was saying a second ago. I can technically have kids. Um, there's a rite. I forget the exact name of it, but basically, what happens is the person that performs the rite um, gets for all intents and purposes, spiritually becomes the parent of the kid. It usually is Metis to Metis, but every once in a blue moon, Metis can adopt. They just kind of quotation mark adopts Hamid and Lupusborn.
Ah,
Same thing,
okay.
I guess, could work for a Hamid or Lupus to any other, but still.
Hmm.
I wonder if that would mean Right of Heritage would just show. Well, no, because that would just show my dad. It wouldn't show my mom. I wonder. I don't know. Anywho, Sage is a really cool dad. I have a picture of him. He's going to go digging in his pocket as I actually try to find the picture I got for his dad.
Abby is staring at her phone.
Air just looks awkward with mention of parents.
Baraka has her stoic look, but she's just like staring, like, what the fuck?
Also, I have started working on setting up the bomb, just so you know. If you occasionally hear explosions, it is just me testing timing.
That's my dad. What you can't see is his unicorn's horn. But that's my dad. He's an Arun.
Ah, Air
Yeah.
will nod.
Yeah. And mind you, this is this big old guy just talking about, like, my dad's so cool. But yeah. Apparently it's something you can do. And he kind of looks sad for a second. He's saying he kind of did it after he saw the Fianna messing with me one too many times.
Oh,
That's kind of why I wasn't joking when I met Grace. She really was the nicest Fianna I've met. Up until the Right Master.
fair enough. Fair enough.
But anywho. So, what's what's it looking like for the stuff against the other sept? How's it looking?
Well, we'll find out. The the alpha's giving me permission to go share some the news that I found out from the when I went scouting at the other sept last before they moved it. So I get to go bear that news to the War Council.
I was going to ask, was that your rank challenge?
No, no. My rank challenge consisted of speaking to a lot of mortals in regards to the significance of their religious items, things that they would sacrifice and things that of importance to them personally, not just the religion as a whole, if that makes any sense.
I guess so. I don't really have much, so it doesn't give me a point of reference, but
It was, yeah, it was kind of a way to show me the importance of uh well, the things that you give chiminage in our terms.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, most spirits like Gnosis, but Gnosis isn't enough. Nose is just like icing.
It isn't always enough. Though sometimes with enough poking and prodding, you can get them to do your work.
Yeah, I mean, there was an Octena I met once. He dealt with spirits that didn't want to take his first offer really strongly. He could tell them to do stuff and they would do it. I don't know how, but they just would.
You hear plastic ruffling, and then like the sound of something being popped open.
Commanded them.
Yeah,
She says that as she looks over in the direction of Abby, hearing the sound.
turning.
You see her opening a thing of cupcakes and pulling one out, and she's like about to take a bite of it when you look at her.
Okay,
Cupcakes again?
you pulled out cupcakes. I am so sorry for this. I am so very very sorry. What was
She
it?
closes the box while you're talking, holds
Nope.
the cupcake closer to her,
Nope. Nope. I am so sorry. I have to
bites
get
into it.
I have to get rolls out now.
Oh no.
At least she's
You have
closed
a
the box.
compulsion for delicious food.
Nope. Puppy dog eyes. 2 successes.
What would I counter that with?
I mean,
Willpower?
he's doing manipulation and subterfuge.
So willpower or
I mean, you could totally do willpower check. I honestly don't think you need to roll anything to resist it. It's just more the fact of this guy's laying it on thick.
He wants your cupcake.
2 successes as a defender. She
You're
looks
good.
like she looks at her cupcake, looks back at you, looks at her cupcake, takes a big lick of the icing. You want one
I think
that is
Veronica
a
should have the
simple way
cupcake.
to get.
I'm just saying.
She does offer the
Yeah.
box towards Veronica, away from Willow.
Veronica takes the entire box.
You know that anime trope where that sullen look gets over somebody's face and a rain cloud pops over their head?
Mm-hmm.
Picture that.
Veronica deliberately eats a cupcake with a huge evil smirk.
You're so mean. That's it. I'm gonna goose you again.
Oh,
But not
I'm
for
sorry.
A few months.
I'm sorry. First kill goes to those highest in station. Gives Air a cupcake.
Yeah, but Abby ate one first.
Abby's also fostered.
Yeah, but you're the alpha.
No, she was testing it for poison. She knows
God damn
my
it.
she knows my finer, refined tastes and the most excellent cupcakes I have to have. And she will only give her best for her alpha.
He just
Did
turns
someone
away and
get a
just mutters
coffee
for a
one to
minute.
save for isolated?
I carry a canteen of. That is not the word. It is the. She just holds up one of those. God, now I have lost the
Thermos.
word.
Thermos?
Thermos. She holds up a thermos. I come carrying coffee just in case.
So what we need
This
to
is
do,
more of actually espresso versus like coffee, but
we could always give her espresso shots before attacking the other sept.
Look, I'm just saying, you should totally do what some of the Bonars did out there, which is they raided in an energy drink factory. They got like a pallet of it, and they just awakened the lot of it.
And I know what else what happened to those bonars? And it is the most tragic part of this tale that they don't tell you.
I mean,
They
they
all
were
promptly
wired
died of
awake
a
for
heart
like a
attack
week.
right after.
But more importantly, they learned Red Bull does not give you wings.
I mean, you're not wrong. But they started throwing stuff like motorcycles like they were baseballs after that. I don't know how. That was amazing.
Adrenaline rush.
I saw a lot of stuff in California, okay?
I've never been to California.
The trees are so big.
Some of the restaurants are really good there too. They have things. Some of them.
I wouldn't know. Never went.
I was in San Francisco briefly.
I was in one of the national
Farthest
parks.
I've been from here is Norway.
Okay, one of these days, we need to take a road trip, and you need to go to Disneyland.
We need to moon bridge it to
We are
America.
going to France.
I mean, we could go to that one. I was going to go to the one in California.
We could always go to Epcot.
That's the one with the big dome thing, right?
And they imitate other countries.
Yeah.
We'll just make sure Air doesn't have as much reach as Lucas. So she doesn't frenzy when she's like, this is inaccurate.
I mean, there are gifts that help with that, I think.
Are you implying that I'm as angry as Lucas?
Not quite.
No
but
one is
you are
as
close.
angry as Lucas.
I don't think you'll punch holes in the walls, but pretty sure you might see certain things at Disney World and be like, this is not how Europe is properly portrayed at all.
Veronica, he's so mad he'd punch holes in the water.
She would go there and be like, there are no singing snowmen where I'm from.
I mean, there might be a singing snowman out here.
She would hear
Let
it
snow,
go.
let it snow.
She would hear let it go one too many times.
Fair.
Oh, that movie. I've heard of that movie.
And that song starts playing loudly from Abby's phone.
And Willow sings along. Jason will not sing along
Air
because his
looks
throat still hurts.
absolutely. Air looks absolutely horrified.
And the worst part is, he starts doing the motions like Elsa in the movie at the time. Yes. Careful, we'll get copyright strike. No
Out of
copy.
game, is that
Sweet Mother Gaia, what did I do to deserve this?
is that true? Out of game?
Yeah, you can get copyright
Gaia,
strike
help
for
us
more than
all.
6 seconds.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's what it is. It's IRL. If you have more than 6 consecutive seconds that are not actively being talked over or used for the purpose of education or parody, then you can be copyright striked.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. But yes, all the motions and everything with it too.
Air's like holding her ears plugged, and she's just like waiting, and she kind of looks over at Veronica like, "Is it over yet?"
But this is the best part, Air.
She says through the
Yeah.
pack link, he could still sing and hear,
She kind of like
Just
looks at you like,
mental
"Don't give him
wink.
ideas."
A mental wink is all you get.
You mean I would actually
And
have
her
to hear
eyes
the
kind of
song
grow
for the
wide,
first
like,
time?
"Oh fuck."
You would make me listen to this song for the first time. That I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I mean, there are worse Disney songs to hear.
I have never heard one, so c'est la
Oh
vie.
man. Oh man. So you got to watch the one about the toys that come to life.
She looks up from her phone
Sounds terrifying.
and just blinks at you.
Yeah, this kid, his toys, they come to life and they get all jealous because a new toy comes to town.
And
It's
they go on a mother spray. Yes, I is a toy child's play.
no. It's no,
Oh, it is not that adult toy
no,
movie
no.
with
This
the
it's a
like
kids movie.
Woody and the Buzz and they are like dildos and vibrators. Oh, that is she looks totally squicked out.
No,
Eric kind of,
You are
Eric
a
kind of, she
sick,
like,
sick man.
she
no.
stops for a second and then she looks at Veronica and she's like, oh, I really thought I misheard that when she said adult Toy Story. I guess I didn't mishear that.
The
It
the mental like scenage of the very start of the first one where Andy is playing with the toys and like has them captured by Slinky the dog and everything starts playing over the pack link for a moment. It's like this, not whatever you're talking about. This.
You are
And
using those. You are even more. Oh, oh, oh.
how does she not know toys? How do I know and she doesn't?
Very different childhoods, I imagine.
I mean, uh,
I've never seen Toy Story. The only reason I heard of that other one was literally just because I heard of it. I've never actually seen it.
I, okay, all right. He's going to look at Veronica and he's going to square look at her. He's going to have his shoulders set straight. He's going to have his hands down. He's going to be at attention. He's going to put his fists on his hips and he's just going to tell Veronica this. Veronica, Raya, we need an educational movie night. Better blend in with human society.
with a children's movie, like she has a dumbfound look.
Look, you have to have a start at base. You swap up the movies. You have a kids movie, you have a horror movie, you have a drama, you have something else, but you don't do it all at once, but you swap them out. That way we become more educated and can know what the fuck people are talking about and blend in better. He just kind of nods matter of factly. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to make small talk.
We could also just text each other movies we recommend and watch them.
But it would be a pack activity.
You guys just hear the most like long drawn out sigh in the pack link.
I mean, what else are the bing bags going to be used for?
Video games,
Video
Call of
games.
Duty, or Knights and Swords, or Gauntlet, or
Oh, do you have Mario Kart?
we
He's
have
gonna look over
Mario.
it. He's gonna look over at Air. She said it right as he did.
Yes, that is one of the first ones that I taught her how to play.
I am
Yep.
She
so
really
calling.
likes the blue turtle
I
shell, just so
I
you
am
know.
so calling Luigi.
Yoshi and
Bowser.
I, we're a team. We're
Okay,
good with that blue shell.
okay.
Bowser.
I permanently called dibs on Luigi.
Lucas likes Princess Peach. We gang up on him.
One of these days, me and Lucas are gonna have to have a Metis only hangout. He's busy.
he thinks writing music is important, which it is for him. So
I mean, are you going to tell him it isn't?
I am not the one to tell him what is important to him or not. That is between him, himself, and his alpha.
I would say, what tribe is Lucas again?
Glasswalker.
Lucas is
Uh,
a crosswalker.
oh, Jesus. Mm.
Lucas is the reason we have to have beanbag chairs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I used to
fair.
have a couch
That's fair.
until I told him about something, and I then had three Krynos werewolves in my living room.
He frenzied. I only shifted because that was the only way to stop a giant werewolf in your living room
Me?
Was it really
with
the only
horns.
way?
At the time he was frenzying, we.
Okay.
I was sitting foot and a half in front of him in homemade, and he frenzied on me.
Ugh. I don't even want to know.
Yes.
Nope, nope. Don't even want to know.
Nobody does. It is not
Pretty.
pleasant.
On more pleasant news, does anybody have more pleasant news?
I
Other
found
than,
her. I am tracking down her current location, but I found her.
found who?
Did you? Air looks at Abby as she finally takes a big bite of her cupcake.
As this number starts happening, as he looks between the two of you.
I may get to see her. The whole reason that Lucas fancied. I may get to see her. I hope she is safe and happy. And Abby is pretty much like right on the verge of tears.
The big question is, where did you find her?
Interpol, some information from when I was rescued. I'm gathering the data now, data mining the records for more current location. But she was alive and rescued when I was.
It's a good start.
Abby kind of gestures for Air to come closer.
Air kind of leans in closer.
You see on Abby's phone a picture of a baby.
She'll look down at the phone and then glance at Abby and give her a smile and nod. It's only a matter of time now.
We do I talk to her if I do find her, or do I what do I talk to her parents? I do not. Do I just leave her alone? I don't know what to do.
I don't have context, so it's probably bad advice, but I suggest to do the thing.
I only you can really decide what to do with that one, Abby.
I suppose that is true. I don't know what to do. I cannot just steal her away. She's been there for 7, 8 years now.
Hmm.
My God, she's. And Abby just goes silent at that point.
Hmm.
But I do have the bomb started. I'm working on the timing, mm, getting the distance apart so that both bombs can go off properly without causing issues with the other one. Is a little sketchy at the moment. But I am starting on it.
No doubt you'll do much better work than I would on it. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, right now I am working with small versions for to measure timing and necessary distance for explosion. Uh, how fast the explosion expands, so that the EMP
Right.
can go off without stopping the car or the other bomb, and the other bomb does not go off too soon and destroy the EMP.
Right. Um, said I've been. I don't know if I can't recall if I filled everybody in or not
Eh?
on the discoveries at the former frozen forest or not.
I just thought that
Or
it
should I?
was not there.
They picked up and moved everything.
And what's worse, they made it difficult to figure out who did it.
Well, I mean, we know that they killed their former Sept Alpha. So the Silver Fang that was in charge is no longer. So that puts I'm fairly certain that puts Vidar at the top of the food chain, which isn't good.
Have we found where they moved it to yet?
Um, I do know the name of the place, and out of character, I don't even know how to say it. So,
That's okay.
um, it is an old Silver Fang estate up in one of the other forests, I believe, on the north end of things. Which kind of leaves us at a disadvantage because, at least with the frozen forest, I knew the layout and all the trails and such. Uh, but they also picked up and the tree that I had initially went in there to investigate was actually the part of the sept. So they moved everything. When I say everything, they moved everything.
I did not think that part of the sept could be moved.
Me
That
either.
is why they.
But something to keep in mind. Remember that place belonged to the Fae prior. And the
Did the Fae
Great
take
took it
it?
from them.
Do you think the Fae take it back? I have not heard anything saying that they have come to their portals again.
What? The
No, I
what?
don't think they took it back, but uh
The what play? Oh, who? Eh,
There are the fairy folk, like Queen Mab, I was having dinner with Lancelot or Guinevere.
Right.
Um,
Yes, yes.
I was
The
gone for
yeah, it
several
was
days to have dinner.
yeah.
He
She was gone
he
for
looks
quite a
very
few days.
confused.
Um, like fairies, for lack of a better
The
word,
Like
Ice Queen is a
elves,
literal person, not just a
satyrs.
spiritual.
when you say fairies,
Yeah,
the just the image of Tinkerbell pops up.
I did not see
right.
Tinkerbell there, but these people, when you look at them, they look normal, but they have like the pointy ears and they are
Willow.
wearing like medieval
There were a
armor.
couple of them at Beltane.
Oh, ones like that. Okay,
Yes, there were a
sorry.
couple of them at Beltane.
I've that's pretty much my only experience.
I could show you pictures, but the pictures of them shows that their magic is in effect and
It
protects them.
it's okay. I He looks kind of embarrassed. I'm halfway around the world. I've barely experienced all that much, and well, sometimes I still feel like a kid. So I this is all new to me.
So, yes, the Sept of the Frozen Forest was initially a place of power held by the fair folk, the Fae. And the Guru took it from them. They broke oaths with them to take it.
That sounds like bad juju.
Yeah, you could say that. Definite. But I kind of find it odd that they didn't try to take it back ever either. But I have my suspicions on that. That being said, however, the Sept and she's like the Sept totem for the frozen forest is the Snow Queen. But I don't think it's the Snow Queen as my tribe knows her. I think there's a little bit of I think it might be a different version, like a Fey version, basically. That might be part of why they were able to move it. I don't know entirely.
It's a
I don't
shame
know
we
a whole
can't do
lot.
that. It's a shame we can't do that thing like on the TV or whatnot, where you can just rewind and rewatch something. We can't do that, right?
Well, that I know
Depends
of.
on what it is you are wanting to watch over.
But I
I mean,
did speak to a spirit there, and he was only able to tell me what happened at that exact moment. Yeah,
Do you speak of the world like we are here now, or in the spiritual side?
dang it! Now I'm wondering if there are spirits of time
both.
too.
I'm sure there are. I spoke to my spirit friend at the sept. She kind of glances at Abby.
Abby nods, a
Uh,
knowing nod.
he was the one that told me that they burned the sept alpha alive and what happened there. Now, that reminds me I have to remember to do something for him because I always pay my debts. Uh,
Alanis always pays her debts.
um,
Do Do you know how many times I have read that comment on while watching Game of Thrones? Oh,
That's that one with the medieval thing where the
with the
brother and
dragons, I
with the
want to have a
brother and the
dragon one day.
sister and
Oh, I will make a robotic dragon. Oh, that.
It's a
And
very big mess.
Abby puts her phone away and pulls out a tablet from her pouch and starts drafting.
It raises an eyebrow. But that leads me to something else. Um, Veronica, you were there. You remember the spirit we talked to?
Yes,
The fire giant? The Surtur?
the Surtur.
Oh, yes. I think Aaron may have done something stupid in regards to that. Not entirely sure, but he just mentioned a few things that said so. Um, he's acting strangely too. The last time I saw him, she kind of glances at Willow. You know, when we went out looking for information on those missing people that we found,
uh-huh.
the the guy that came very close to getting punched in the face by me.
Yeah. the sorry, the memory of that taste in my mouth came back.
Abby takes a big
Yeah.
bite of her cupcake.
She looks at Veronica. Let's just put it this way. He was acting very much not himself. I mean, there was still some talk of the, for lack of better wording, murder, but not directly. But it's very out of character for that man to proposition anybody. And the tone he used to do it was even cringeworthy. Very not him.
Do you think he was like possessed?
Oh no. I think he made a deal with Searcher. He did mention being responsible for burning several buildings down.
So should we consider him
And
a
well,
threat?
I don't think him personally, not to us. I don't think so. I just don't think he realizes what he's gotten into with that spirit. But something to keep an eye on, as it were.
There is that tattoo place. You wonder if that wraith knows what kind of chimage he made for the Surtur spirit.
Probably not. And here's why. He said he wasn't going too far. The old
But
man.
well, I didn't mean that. Like understanding what kind of sacrifice that would require. Because when we saw that individual with the tattoos, he understood that was a veil breach.
He's kin of some sort. I'm not sure what kind, though. Well, I mean, he understood
Silly
what was
question.
going on. Definitely.
Daily question. What's a wraith?
It is a spirit of the dead.
Wait, so it's a ghost?
Essentially one. Yeah, kind of.
He gets this big bewildered look on his face. I knew there were ancestor spirits, but ghosts are real?
Yes. Yes, and they usually happen when they well, I'm taking a wild guess here because I'm based on, typical stories. I'm guessing he's got some unfinished business or died. He definitely died in a horrific manner. That might be part of it. He was killed by black spiral dancers.
Ew.
Yeah.
On the upside, they did not claim him to use as tuer? Oui? No?
I think he had used his own magic to do such a thing, to handle such things before he died, if I recall. Not only is he wraith, but he was a will worker before they ripped him apart. A will worker that worked with spirits.
I didn't know there was a thing like that. Then again, I don't know a lot, so.
Do you know anybody who is a will worker who could help you? This is not my forte. I am explosives on information.
Well, let's see. We got my cousin, got my brother, who's somewhere here. My sister is somewhere else. I'm sure there are others in the city that know, but I don't know any more than those. I need to find my brother, by the way. I know he's in the city. Who's coming to check out the steel Drakkar with me?
Depends on when, but sure.
Out of game ditto. It depends on the time.
Uh, for now, my best bet is my cousin. She kind of chuckles and she looks at Willow. You
Uh-huh.
will come to learn that I have a very large family.
I'm seeing this. I mean,
Have you met anybody else who could possibly help? Who just so you have options?
Um, and Air kind of like she kind of like oh
what's wrong?
no. I met another woman who might be able to help.
That's a good thing.
She called me a pretty puppy.
I mean, I don't think you're a puppy.
Aw,
And
she might want kisses.
Willow's backing up.
Eric kind of looks at Veronica like, did you just fucking say that?
Although
Out
I
of
will say this. The thought of Air as a puppy sounds freaking hilarious. I'm activating infectious laughter. Who has the highest rage here?
Probably me.
Air.
What's your rage, Air?
5.
Okay.
Seem to be higher.
I have the same amount of rage too.
So that is 4 successes to activate infectious laughter at the thought of Air as a puppy dog.
Abby will laugh. She was gonna laugh anyways.
And you forget what would have upset you in the first place.
Even though I said it, I
Yep.
brought it up.
Yep. But you forget about it.
Forget all about my idea. Okay.
Yep. Everybody
All
does.
about the good puppy
Yes, that part of it.
image.
That part of it.
Oh, the puppy part.
Yes. So,
She sounded very
Yeah, yeah,
friendly and willing to help. So, I mean, who are we to turn down aid at this point, as long as they are not of the realm?
I think she was. Air kind of glances at Willow and Veronica. She was the girl passing out the vodka or the tequila shots
yeah, I remember
at
that one.
the
She was
theater
nice.
the other night.
She was nice.
Yes.
The only thing was she said she hung out with vampires. So I don't know what to think.
Um. Well, Air is kind of like she kind of like bites her lip.
I mean, if there's a vampire there and it's not going to breach the veil, I mean, I know what they turn into, so can't risk fighting one if the veil's going to be breached.
Mm.
Willow's going to let out a big yawn because Jason here is tired and needs to go to bed. I'm very sorry.
Soon I'm gonna have to get going too.
Oh,
You guys fill me in. I'm going to go take a nap.
go rest, big guy. Go rest.
Thanks. I'm still a little rattled from
You're gonna
yesterday.
need it.
No worries.
You're gonna
Sleep
need
well,
it 'cause the
little
next time I
one.
see you, Whack Lizard is coming.
Hey, look,
What?
I
What?
I will happily play punch face with anybody. And he just kind of gives that look that that somebody gives when you try to tell them to go to bed, and they're just get that sneer of like, "Don't tell me what to do."
Abby gives you a mom look. Like, you've never seen her, like, suddenly she's a mom. Like, you're like, that kind of look.
Over the pack link to Abby and
Go.
Veronica. Should we
Mhm.
give him his cupcake?
And don't
Should we
forget
send
your
him to bed with
cupcake before you go.
bedtime stuff?
Perk up.
Yeah, but
I can have one.
Veronica gives him one.
Yay! Just like he's like a little kid in a candy store. Oh my god, thank you! And he's just gonna have it like
Enjoy
in
your
both
bedtime stuff.
hands, and just gonna be kind of munching it as he walks away and leans up against a good tree.
Why am I just picturing him as like eating it like a squirrel?
Yes, exactly.
That's what I'm picturing too.
Once he finishes it, it's
All
very
that
much the
frosting in his beard.
yep. When he finishes it, it's very much the punk as you can hear him snoring every once in a while, like me 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 me.
He really liked that cupcake. You think we should tell him he's got some in his beard?
I am sure the aunt will let him know by morning. Or perhaps
the
we
answer-
leave a trail and the rats can come and have some crumbs.
Rats do like cupcakes. The staler, the better.
Should we end the scene or?
We can if you have nothing more.
I think I've caught you guys up to speed. I mean, as far as we can be.
Yeah.
I mean,
In that case, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam.